Hi, today we're going to talk about regrets. Do you have regrets? I was thinking about this. I read an article the other day about regrets, and someone had a lot of regrets. And I started looking in my life and thinking, do I have many regrets, true regrets? And really I don't, but I do have words of wisdom for my younger self. And I guess in one hand you can call them regrets, but I think the aspect of regrets comes with guilt and comes with remorse and comes with a longingness that, oh man, why didn't I do? And many years ago, probably with the skills of NLP, I learned how to turn that down, how to turn that off, because I've realized that what happens in the past stays in the past. We can't bring it, I mean, we can obviously because we do every day by thinking of it, but technically we can't bring the past into the future and relive it and do something else, but we can in our mind. Now that thing about regrets and the emotion that's connected to regrets, that's simply the patterns that we run in life. And if you have a pattern of regret, then there's probably a lot of emotional baggage that's holding you in place. And every day then when we wake up, we're like, oh man, why didn't I? I wish I could have. So instead, remember that the past is in the past. And you have words of wisdom that you can share with your younger self. You can even share those words of wisdom with your older self or your current self, as long as you're open to believing them. So if I had the ability, and I've already done this many times to my younger self, a few things I would have told her. When I was younger, I was very, very shy. I didn't speak to many people. I made sure that I was safe first. There was nothing really in my world that I needed to be safe from, but my unconscious mind just didn't believe that I was. So in high school, I was quite reserved. Probably the biggest group of friends that I had was in year 9. So I was about 14, 15. And there were probably about 14 or 15 beautiful girls that were in my tribe. And we were all from different countries. I was from America. We had someone from Hong Kong, South Africa, New Zealand. We had one token Australian. There was someone from Egypt, 2 girls from New Caledonia, Iraq, Poland. It was just amazing. And with those group of girls, I think because they were also, a little bit out of place, I think we connected and we felt safe and we could bloom. I got a job at McDonald's when I was 14, and by the way, I lied on my passport, any of you watching. I'm a year younger than you actually think that I am. So I wanted to get a job, but I wanted to do that because home was a bit boring, and my brother worked at McDonald's, and it seemed like a good thing, but I didn't talk to anybody. I was really shy, really reserved. And then one day, I remember I was out back and hanging out, oh, not hanging out, but I was working at the make station, which is where that's not what it's called. I forget what it's called, dressing station. And make was Pizza Hut. My brother worked at Pizza Hut too. I helped him open one day. That's a whole nother story. I was standing there as a guy, Sebastian, and he was fun. He was easy to get along with. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but there was just this voice that came out of me. And if you know me, I make voices a lot. I would like to do my own voices in a cartoon one day. All the voices, by the way. And it was like a John Wayne kind of thing, like, move over, cowboy, get off your horse, or something strange. And he just kind of looked over at me and laughed. And I knew I was safe to just be me. And then I started to bloom. In university, wow. If I could tell my younger self anything about all this stuff, it would be get out of your way, Heidi. Just get involved, do something. I lived in the dormitory for my first year of university, and I had a few roommates. My first roommate was very, very different than me, and I really didn't like the people that she was bringing over. I didn't like the environment. But I didn't really make friends with the people who lived on my hall or in the whole dorm, and there were probably hundreds of people to be able to connect with, but I didn't because I was scared. And finally I moved across the hallway to another room, And the suite mate, we had a connecting bathroom, sink. We connected, and with her I felt safe. But still, we didn't know anybody else on the hallway. You know, halfway through the year, almost to the end of the year, there was a guy that I actually went to elementary school, and he was living on my floor, and I didn't even know it because I was in my own world. I had also joined a sorority, a club for girls, and there was a house that I could have gone to. If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be go and hang out there, go do your homework over there, go to study group at the library more. Go hang out at the house. Go make friends there. It's okay. They're not going to judge you, because my thought was always, what are they going to think? Well, dude, what they're going to think is that you're getting involved and that you're a nice person and that you're listening, and maybe you're a bit shy, but when you open up, you open up. It wasn't until I became treasurer, of the sorority, which was the second half of my sophomore year, so my second year. So 18 months, I wasted 18 months. And when I finally had a role, then I had a purpose and a place, and I could come and go, and I felt more comfortable. And then my third and fourth year of university, I lived in the house and was treasurer and then president. When I started jobs, it was the same kind of thing, that I would be really reserved and shy until I was comfortable. And if that's a regret, then there's nothing that I can do about it now except for be the best version of me and talk to my little self and tell her, you're okay, you're cool, you're good. You might be a little bit reserved, but you're safe. Just go out there, make friends, get involved. And then displace the emotion that goes with the what ifs and the could haves, because they can't change. But what I can change is the perception of who I am now. And I can learn from my past and make my future even better. So my invitation to you, if you have those things called regrets, and they are emotion packed, and there's guilt and remorse and sadness, learn how to let those go. If that means doing some NLP, booking in a coaching session with an NLP practitioner, I'm available, my team's available. If that means coming and learning NLP, or just recognizing, wow, these don't belong here. And then closing your eyes and imagining your younger self at whatever ages you need to, and give your younger self some tips and some advice. That advice that comes from you is gold. The advice that comes from other people, it's worth pennies. But what you give to yourself is worth millions. Play, see what's in there. Remember, you're in charge of your mind, therefore your results and your life. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.